Hi guys, welcome back. Look at this mug. See? you want to use carbide? Or know how to use carbide, I should say. Then come over here, come to the dark side. Come on. Right, okay. Yes, got myself a little mug. How lovely is that?
Merchandise. Now,
what am I doing today? Right, what I'm doing is continuing on my cheese set. I'm doing the little cheese knives. Okay, now I was going to do them, but I did have a suggestion from Jim as well, and he did say to me, because I said I was going to do the cheese knives, I was having trouble finding them. Yeah. Do you know, I looked in all the shops to try and find cheese knives that I could take apart. Can't get them anywhere.
We thought Harrogate would get them as well.
Yeah, I thought I'd get them at Harrogate. Went up to Harrogate. I looked at no kits for them, no nothing. In the end, I got them off of ProCraft. Jim recommended for me, and I got them off of there. So I haven't opened it yet. So we're going to go from there. But I know roughly I want that as I can see what it's going to be like. Yeah, not silly. I've got a couple of pieces of the wood that match what I was doing. So I'm going to be doing two of these. Lisa bought these, so I'm going to be doing two cheese knives. Okay, to go over my set. So let's take out the packet and see what we've got. Right, flash a little bit of blade. There. Right, okay. Stainless steel. Says it on the thing. Says it on it.
So it must be true.
Says what it is on the packet. Right, and then I've got two bits. Right, so we've got a little, right, obviously a little end cap here that goes on. Okay. And we've got a little button that goes in the end to finish the handle off. Okay. And this obviously, well, that will just glue in, I suppose, a bit of epoxy glue. Yeah. Put a hole in. Right, so first off, what we're going to have to do is get a little bit of a measurement and see what we've got to do. So I'm just going to have a little look, see what thickness this is. What is it? 5 mil. Right, what's the end little button? 5 mil. Ooh, that's a bit of a, that's a bit good, isn't it? Wow. Right, let's see what we got here. Internal measurement. 15 mil. Right, 15 mil. Right, 15 mil will be good. Let me check my, because I know my actual step centre, the outside of it is 16 mil, but just to that where the teeth are is 15 mil. So if I turn it down to that, that'll be right. Because I'm going to have to obviously, I don't know how deep that is. That looks like, let me have a look. That's about 3 mil. Oh, that's quite good actually. I think that's going to be, yep, the thickness of my parting tool. Right, so that's all right. Right, okay. So, I'm going to use these two bits. I think I'm going to turn these just between centres. So what I'm going to do, let me just check here. Yep, I've got a 5 mil drill bit. Yep, I've got a 5 mil drill bit. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to drill the holes first. Right. So right, I'm going to just look at centre, roughly eye it up, drill a little hole. How big's that bit? How big's that doobry on the end of the what's it?
Doobry on the what's it? Yeah.
The doobry on the end of the what's it? Let's just see how that's gonna. Yeah, that is gonna fit. So, right. What depth is that? Right, up to there. Up to there is good enough. So I'm not up to there yet. Right, there we go. That's going to be deep enough. And I'm going to turn around and do one. Now, I know I'm holding this in my hand. Right, okay. It's not exactly dead centre, but that's good enough. Right, I might as well drill the other one while I'm here. There we go. Up to there. Now if you do feel like, you know, you're a bit worried you might slip or something, you can always get an adult to do this for you. I would ask Lisa to do it, but I said an adult. Right, and I'm going to put that between centres like that. Okay, and if I turn it between centres, then I know it's going to be centre because it's the holes. That's it. Don't over tighten it because we don't want to swell the holes out or split it. Right, okay. Right, now, if any of you see the last video that I put up, where Jennifer came and had a day's turning with me. She really enjoyed it, and it was good. It was a good day, really. Yeah, and to make it, because right, there was a comment put up on there by a Martin Broccoli. Now, the dangerous thing of putting comments of when you don't know facts. Now, the thing is, Jennifer met me at Taylor Murfield's, first time I'd met her, and she actually came up and asked me if I did lessons because she wanted to learn to use her carbides. No other tools, carbides. And I said no at first because I don't. And then, you know, when I chatted to Lisa, you know, it's a bit what's it, because I said here, this is my workshop at home. You know, my workshop. I wouldn't take people into to teach or do anything. This is my workshop. This is my workshop at home. So people have to come to my home and come into my home. And you just don't know who's coming into your home, do you? So unless I've actually met a person in person, I wouldn't invite them to my home. But I'd met Jennifer and I thought she was a very nice lady. And as Lisa said to me, she said, well, if you don't show her, how's she going to learn? Who's going to teach her to use carbide? So I thought, all right, fair enough, yes, well, I am probably the best there is in the world, but there you go. Anyway, so I actually did message her and say, if you want to come for a day's turning, you're more than welcome. And she did. And she wanted to use carbide. Okay, now that's the most important thing about that comment that was made. That Jennifer wanted to use carbide. Her choice. Now, you might be a gentleman that seems to think women don't have the right to have the freedom of choice. That's your opinion, mate. But, you know, she wanted that, and that's what she chose to do. So that's what we did. Now, the other bit about that comment, please teach her to use a proper gouge. Well, I've got bowl gouges, and I've got spindle gouges, and I've got spindle roughing gouges. A hell of a lot of them. But I do not own a proper gouge. I don't know what one is. Now, that might be something you've invented. It might be something you call your tool because you don't know the proper name for it. But I've Googled it and there is no such thing as a proper gouge. So maybe you could put a video up demonstrating how to use a proper gouge. And we'll see what you can do with it. So, but Jennifer, you know, that wasn't her first bowl she made that day. Lisa couldn't video in the first part because Mark was here as well, and she was keeping Mark company while Jennifer had a lesson because Jennifer doesn't drive, so Mark brought her. And they spent the day here, and she turned her first bowl. First 10 minutes of her turning, I got to use the roughing gouge and teach her how to use a roughing gouge, one of my roughing gouges, correctly, where it's impossible to get a catch, and she got a finish. People just dream of getting finishes like these. These are her. These are her rough. This is her roughing gouge work. It's got to work a little bit on getting rid of that tape a bit, you know, like everyone does. You tend to come off a bit light at the ends, so you get a little bit of a flip up, but she'll learn that. But that was within 10 minutes. That's her finish straight off the roughing gouge on these two pieces. Straight off the roughing gouge, okay? So she had 10 minutes doing that. But what I did find when she first started is Jennifer's left-handed. And she cannot turn with her right hand. Well, she couldn't. She thought she couldn't. So in that first 10 minutes was actually getting her to use her right hand as well as her left hand, which we done by going over to the skew. And this was her finish off of the skew, okay? Was this. This is what she did on her skew. And for that, as I said to you, you need to be able to use both hands, left and right. So she done it with her left hand because she's left-handed. And I said, right, now put it in your right hand, do it with your right hand. And she just did it because I just said to her to do it. So she did it. And she found she can turn with her right hand. And she actually prefers it a little bit. And then we had to do that with the carbide as well. So everything she'd done with the left hand, she had to do with the right hand to keep her going. Now this is all in one short little day's turning. Well, half a day really. And yeah, she did her first bowl, which she was very happy with. Go down there, Jasmine, because you get covered in sawdust in a minute. Go on.
Come on, this way.
She did her first bowl, which she was very happy with. And then we had lunch. She come in and had a bowl of my very special shepherd's pie that I make. Everyone loves my shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
And then we come out to do another. And I did actually say to her, right, what do you want to do? Do you want to do something different? And she said, no, I want to turn another bowl. fair enough. Do you want to use some other tools? Would you like to use a bowl gouge or something like? No, I want to use carbide. I don't want to use traditional tools. I want to use carbide. That's her choice. That's fair enough. If she had actually come to me and said, look, I want to get an old screwdriver, sharpen it up and turn a bowl with it, fine, I can teach you to do that. If that's what you want to do, that's your choice. That's her choice. Don't knock people for it. Comments like that are not necessary and not needed, and they're not welcomed, okay?
Or helpful.
And they're not helpful. So keep behind your keyboard and don't comment. Don't watch my channel. Go and find something else to do. Right, anyway, get back to this. That's that. But Jennifer had a great day, and I'll tell you what. To be able to get the finish she got on her bowls with that's not the tool I would use to get a finish on the bowl, box hollower. That's the other thing. She only wanted to use a box hollower, and she actually went away with a box hollower as well. So to get a finish, the finish she got on that bowl with a box hollower, that takes some doing. That is a lot of experienced turners will not be able to do that. I can tell you that now. She done exactly what I said. Little bit with bringing her hands a bit back up. I'll say put your hands down there, and then she'd move it back up. And I said, I can see what you're doing. You know, I can see you moving it back up. Put your hands down. But she got there. So 3 or 4 lessons, she'll be getting finishes to die for. Yep. Really. I did give her a little demonstration of what she will get. This was a finish I put on here with a detail, a carbide detail chisel. This is a piece of wood. It's got some cracks in it. It's got little bits of worm holes in it. But that is the finish. Okay. With a detail, a carbide detail chisel. And that's what she's going to be aiming to get. And within the next 2 lessons, I'll say if she's had 3 lessons, that's what she'll be achieving with a detail chisel. I wasn't going to attempt to get her to do it that soon. Too soon for her. She's got a little bit to go. So... But yeah, really enjoyed the day. It was absolutely fantastic and lovely people.
Yeah.
Mark and Jennifer, you are lovely people.
Lovely couple.
And you are more than welcome. Right, okay, I'm going to turn this. I'm going to use that dreaded skew chisel. Right. Okay, very simple turning. This is very quick. I haven't had a lot of time to do any videos. I've been flat out this week, honestly. Right, I'll use my skew. Rough it down right, real second, it's out the way of people.
Yeah.
Right. Gonna rough this down my skew. Now I'm going to have a very simple shape here because obviously it's just a cheese knife. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that down to where I said. Right, that's about right there. So now I've got to bring this down a bit. But all I want to take that down to, and now I want to blend this so it's just a nice gentle curve and a curve over this way. Yeah, that feels about right. Yeah, that feels right. Right, just get this. Nice and smooth there. Might, a little bit just there, I might taper that a little bit. Yeah, that'd be alright. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm trying the tool. Just literally that, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Right, okay. So I'm going to do loads of sanding on this. There we go. Right, because it's going to have just an oil finish, because it is wet wood still. But I might just roll that little edge a little bit. Just roll it a fraction. Just like that. That's all I'm going to do. Thank you. Right, that's it. Put a little bit of oil on it. Piano. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks like it's gonna.
With that pattern on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna match in with the other one.
Yeah.
So that's all right. Now let's have a look and see what's. See what that's gonna go like. You get the bits. Now that should fit over there. If I have to take a little bit off, I might have to. No, that's all right. Fits all right. It's going to go there. That's going to go in there. Obviously, I will epoxy this, but just for now, for the camera, I'm going to pop it on like this. And the little stud's going to go in there. There you go. That's going to be my little cheese knives. So I'm going to do...
One for me, one for you.
Yeah, very good. Very good. There we go. They're quite nice those actually, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quite nice those little kits. Right, so I'm going to now do another one for the other kit. So I've got two kits. I'll put that one there. Got another piece here. Which way did I do that? That one, I think. Should do. I don't know. Yeah, we should do. Wasn't quite centre, but it don't really matter. Because we've got, as long as the holes are centred, that's all that matters. Right, okay, let's do this one. Right, for a bit of fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one with carbide. I'm going to use my carbide skew. Right, let's do it. That's pretty much where that's got to be. Remember rightly, a little bit bigger than that, no, a little bit smaller than that. Yep, near enough like that, and now we've got to get this down. To its size. I'm just going to bring this one over. So I can have a look. Way over it yet. Right, okay, I can see where I'm going. Don't want to take any more down from that. Well, I think a little bit from that there's all right. I think a little bit from there down to there, and that should be good. A little bit from here. Yeah, I think that, yeah, it feels near enough the same. Just roll that little bit the same, like so. And then just take this a little bit here, peanut cut. So, cancel again. Is that it? Right. I told you it was going to be very quick turning today, guys. Really not much to do for these, it's just a knife kit, but they're fun, aren't they? I'll do loads of sanding because this is with carbide. So I'm going to have to sand it to death, and Right, so if you've watched this, well actually if you haven't watched it, you're not going to hear me say this, but if you have watched it, well you can see what's the difference between carbide and a skew. No more sanding. Right, there we go. Take my mask off. Put that there. Check whether this is going to fit. If it don't, I can just put it on and take it down a fraction. Oh, it's very slightly tight, that. Let me pop it off. Right, that's going to take me 2 seconds. Such an easy fix this on here, because we're just going straight back to where we were. Hardly tightening at all. that was it. I couldn't really test it without Taylor. There you go. Snapped on there. Knife goes in there. Bish bash bosh. You go in there. And there we go.
Yeah.
Oh well, we didn't do bad, did we? Eh?
Job's a good one.
We didn't do bad for a match-up. They're pretty close. I didn't actually take any measurements. Just done it by eye.
That's it.
And there we go, guys. That's my two cheese knives. Look at that. Or kung fu knives.
Yeah.
Whichever you want to do. There we go, guys. That's my two cheese knives. So a very quick one today. Okay. I think they actually match up pretty damn near perfect, actually. Look at that.
Yeah.
God, you thought I'd done that before, wouldn't you? Actually, I haven't. That's the first time I've
That's
done a
it.
cheese knife. So there you go. Right, anyway, I should put some pictures up. I should get them epoxied in. I'll put some pictures up of them with the actual whole set.
Yeah.
And that will be that. So that's it, guys. Just a very quick one today. And, yeah, doesn't matter what tools you use. As long as you use what you want to use. That's the main important thing. Be happy with your turning. We're all meant to be doing this for fun, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be for fun. So enjoy what you do, okay? And don't let other people dictate to you.
That's right.
Right, okay. And any of you guys out there that can show me any pictures of a proper gouge, because I've never seen a bowl gouge and spindle gouge. But that's it. Right, anyway. See you on the next one, guys. Toodle pip.
Bye, guys.